Welcome to lesson 24. Now, on the previous lesson we were talking about the circle of fifths and fourths, how it related to this. Now we had the C scale, the C major scale, that is C to C octave with the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone applied. It resulted in no sharps or flats. We were interested in the fourth and the fifth relative to the first. We spoke about the C being the first, the G next to it being the fifth, and the F to its left being the fourth. So the G is 5, C, D, E, F, G to the right, and to the left C, D, E, F, just 4 to the left. Now the significance of that we were talking about if you're strumming chords on a guitar or you're playing chords on a piano. So we can look at, say, C, E, G. If we played C, E, G chord, chord 1, and we played the chord of F, A, C, we played the chord of G, B, D, G, B, D. They would sound good together. Of course, I don't mean all played all in one go, one after the other, one chord after the other, in any particular order, and the orders are significant later on when we talk about built-in tensions and resolving in music, but we'll cover that later. Now I want to go on again to talk about the circle of fifths clockwise and circle of fourths anti-clockwise. We started on the F here, and we added 7 semitones to take us to the next C. From the C we added 7 semitones to get to the G, and so forth till we got here. We landed on an F sharp here. If we count 7 semitones from the F sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we end up on a C sharp. I've brought an additional one in here, and from the C sharp we'll use this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we end up on a G sharp, and from a G sharp we'll use this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we end up on a D sharp, and again if we count 7 semitones we have an A sharp there. Now if you look here, although we counted anti-clockwise just for F, G, A, B, we ended up on a B. Now if you look where I've wrote this B flat and A sharp, if you look, we'll take this one for example, it's actually an enharmonic. A sharp, B flat. If we look at, say, this E flat here and this D sharp together, it's enharmonic. Let's look for a D flat, E flat and a D sharp, look, enharmonic, and G sharp, A flat, look, G sharp and A flat, enharmonic. Significance of that will come later on, but for now I just wanted to add a few more 7 semitones from this F sharp to show you how I got these additional ones. All kind of crosses over. 5 anti-clockwise, 5 natural, and 4 anti-clockwise. But if we're talking about semitones, we go 7 clockwise, we go 5 anti-clockwise. Now I want to talk about, although it's called the circle of fifths clockwise and circle of fourths anti-clockwise, it's also known as, can be used for the order of sharps and flats. What does that mean? Well, I'll have to take you back here. We were talking about the natural octaves of, say, A to A, B to B, just the natural ones here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. The B one here, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and the C. Now we knew that if we applied this tone, tone, semitone structure to these octaves, we then change them into scales, and the scales end up with, major scales end up with the sharps applied from where we landed. Now the first one we did here, the C, is at the top of the circle. I want to ignore the F for now, because that's a slight anomaly. We want to start on the C because we had no sharps applied to that. From C to C natural, if we apply the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, look, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. We don't end up landing on any black enharmonic keys, so we don't raise any letters, any notes. So we put C at the top, and that has zero sharps. We don't have any. So the next one, we can either go from the C and count 7 semitones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one way of doing it. Or we can go C, D, E, F, G, count 5 up. Now if we look at the scale of G here, down here, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the natural G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, we apply the tone, tone, semitone structure to it, we end up with an F sharp. Let's have a look at that. G, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 there it is, semitone to finish it off. So the G scale, the G major scale, has one sharp. I'll just write one sharp there. So every time we play the G scale, all the Fs are sharpened. Now, I'm going to get this green pen and just point that to there. All the Fs are sharpened. So we've established the scale of G. Let's count 5 on from G. G, A, B, C, D. Or we could have gone again to the G and counted 7 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We end up on a D. If we look at the D, D to D, natural, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. If we apply the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone structure to it, we end up with F sharps. We also end up with C sharps. Let's just prove it. Here's a D, tone, tone, there's the F sharp, semitone, tone, 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 C sharp, semitone. So we end up there with 2 sharps. 2 sharps. So as a reminder which ones are sharpened, we've sharpened the F and we've sharpened the C. It's going to go around this. It's an addition. It's always added on. The order of sharps always adds an additional one. So as you can see, let's go from the D, the next one. So the order of sharps, look, we've got 0, we've got 1 sharp on the scale of G, we've got 2 sharps on the scale of D. Obviously you can guess we're going to have 3 sharps on that, aren't we? What would then 3 sharps be? F, C and G. So I'm going to write in there 3 sharps. Let's go over here to this A just to prove it. There we have A to A, natural, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, just natural. We apply the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone structure to it. From A, let's go from this A, tone, tone, C sharp, semitone, tone, tone, F sharp, tone, G sharp, semitone. So we've sharpened the Fs, the Cs and the Gs. So we wrote there 3 sharps. If I continue to write all these lines in, F and a C and a G, it starts looking a bit messy. Let's go into the E. I know this is very repetitive, but please bear with it, because I'm going to give you a way to remember this just in your head. We're going to get away from thinking of tone, tone, semitone to thinking visually, a picture in your mind's eye of this circle of fifths, but you're generally going to remember just this part of it, probably up to there. So we don't have to remember it all. It gets a bit academic when we get around here. We want to create music and we don't want to lose sight of what music's all about, and that is enjoying it. The theory side is the mundane side of music, but in order to understand what you're doing on an instrument, it's best if you know some theory. Now,